Alrighty. So let's get back into this.
I wish you good luck.
So I took a little break, calmed myself down, and at this point I don't care. I just want the story done. Okay. Oh, come on! Oh my god. Come on. Okay. Done. Done, done, done. Done. Okay. I want to get through the story. Labrys loses her strength and falls to her knees.
Why? Why can't I stay like this?
The hope she risked so much to gain has been shattered. She mutters piteously as she falls. She is not the only one who wants to collapse. I never imagined this would be so painful. Every time my attacks connected, I felt as if I was tearing out a piece of my heart. This unwanted exchange of violence that will end in one of our destruction leads to nothing but despair. Each time I felt that pain, the memories of Labrys I saw in the classroom, those vivid memories made sense. The sterile mechanical rooms that made up most of her visual memories. It must have been the facility where she was created. At that facility, Labrys was forced to endure the same pain as she is feeling now. In order to gather combat data, she was forced to destroy her sister models, even though they had hearts. Not just once or twice, but over and over and over. It's too much for my mind to immediately comprehend. Agitation spreads through me like a fever. I clutch my chest.
I knew that you couldn't beat her.
The shadow, in contrast, is completely nonchalant.
But wow, you really didn't have any qualms about attacking her. Deep down, you must really want to make them suffer, don't you? You want them to go through what you had to. No! You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through. Right? That's why we're in school, having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand. That ain't true! But it was no use. Even another living weapon can't understand you. It's alright though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did. Please stop! That's all a lie! You're not me! Finally! You finally said it! I'm finally free!
The shadow's eyes start to glow, full of life. It isn't just a change in its attitude. Its power seems to actually be rising. Did something in its conversation with Labrys catalyze this change? Too late. It hits me. What did the shadow want with Labrys? It was trying to buy time, which meant it needed something from her.
It's time for the true star to take the stage.
Its shout shakes the air. As if in response to the cry, the room begins to warp. The view beyond the window shimmers ominously.
Yes, the power!
Hello, tall, dark, and scary. A giant incinerator appears from the darkness. Countless chassis are falling in to be cruelly destroyed. Illuminated by the blood-red light of the flames, the shadow reveals its true self. The scene of Labrys and the giant beast chained behind it brings to mind the summoning of a person. I run over to Labrys and stand her lifeless body up.
I won't be doing that trash anymore.
It seems that the shadow has accomplished its goal with Labrys. I was forced to fight my sister for this purpose. I clench my teeth at my own slowlessness to comprehend.
Now, let's get started, shall we?
I don't want to fight you. This isn't just for Labrys. This is the enemy, the fate of anyone not human.
It seems that I must take responsibility for this.
I don't want to fight her. Regular Labrys was a pain in the ass. Forget Shadow Oh my god. I don't know. I've gotten lucky before, so... crossing fingers.
Final.
Okay. 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 Oh! Ah! Shit!
Emergency! Athena!
Oh! Gotcha. The monster's form melts away as it disperses like fog. Only a silhouette similar to Labrys remains. It falls to its knees, having no will to resist anymore.
I somehow pulled through.
I turn to face the real Labrys.
Are you all right?
She is conscious and seems to have no major damage. All that remains to be tested is her will.
Please listen. I have a message for you. From Yosuke-san. He said that he is sorry for promising to help you and being unable to support you when you needed it most. Additionally, he said that he would be throwing a party later. You are invited, of course.
You're lying.
If that is what you think, you can ask him yourself later. Now please, stand up.
I lend her my shoulder and prop her up. She follows my lead, but her legs are still shaking.
How come this happened? I didn't want to hurt anyone or make them suffer.
I know. That was a shadow going berserk. Not everything it said reflects your true feelings. I had a similar experience, actually. My other self was on the verge of going berserk. It told me there was an innate contradiction in having a heart, but not being human, preventing me from truly protecting others.
Wasn't that tough to listen to?
Yes, of course.
can you stand it? How are you still acting like everything's fine?
I'm fine right now, but I'm sure I will suffer that pain again someday. Very probably, as long as I am myself, it will never go away as long as I live.
It won't? Then what can I do but give up? What am I supposed to do?
We'll be all right, as long as we have friends.
Labrys opens her eyes wide.
It was when you were alone that you suffered most. I'm sure of it. If you do not give up on reaching out to others, you will surely find someone who understands. Or maybe...
As I say this, I can hear voices from outside. They are calling our names. The voices grow closer and closer, and eventually one of the doors flies open.
Hey! There you are! Thank goodness!
Are you two okay?
You seem to have the matter in hand.
Kanji-san and Rize-san arrive shortly after. Now that the shadow has been defeated, the invisible walls trapping them have disappeared. There are some faces new to me as well. As I recall from the video, they are Yu Narukami-san and Yukiko Amagi-san. There was also a costume that looked like General Teddy. This must be the real Teddy that Chie-san mentioned. The resemblance is strong, but this one is so charming that it is hard to hate him. Everyone has considerate words for Labrys. My heart is filled with warmth. They could have ignored us outsiders and escaped, but they didn't. They were truly worried about us and came running. All of them. I address Labrys, who is looking back and forth between me and them with a perplexed look.
It might be more accurate to say that those who understand you are already here. Of course, I want to understand you as well. Please talk to me whenever you want. Tell me about your memories, even if you have to take them one at a time.
Labrys sinks deep in thought, then looks at me again. I nod silently. She slowly starts walking and stops in front of the shadow, who stands as quietly as a real shadow at the other end of the room.
You were right. I was always alone, so I had no one to talk to, no matter how much it hurt. And I went and blamed that on them. I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone. No, you are me after all. This is my persona.
Hooray!
This reminds me of us from last year.
Yeah, it's the same thing. She's really no different from us.
Yosuke-san and the others laugh. To acknowledge one's weakness in front of others. They must have earned their personas through the same ordeal. I can see now why their bonds is so strong. The tension in the air evaporates. Just as Labrys' expression softens, a familiar voice comes from behind.
Is that Labrys?
everyone turns to look at the newcomer.
Mitsuru-san, Akihiko-san, you're all right.
Of course we are.
I run toward them. Neither of them appear to be injured. I notice that Yosuke-san and the others are not surprised to see them. They must already be aware of the situation. Though they react to their differently.
Who are these people and what the hell are they wearing?
Oh man, a dude storming across the battlefield in just a cape? I am all about that.
Just don't eat them.
I'd say you've got good taste.
Seriously?
Labras grabs weakly at my arm.
Don't worry.
I smile and nod. She still bites her lip in anxiety, but she is no longer afraid of everything.
You're Labras, correct?
Labras simply nods in response to Mitsuru-san's question as she walks up. There is a moment of silence. Mitsuru-san's sigh of relief breaks it.
I'm glad you're safe.
Labras smiles back awkwardly. The look on her face helps dispel the tension in Yosuke-san and his friends. Mitsuru-san notices this as well. I step forward alongside Mitsuru-san to introduce ourselves and show our appreciation. It seems they have never met a Persona user who didn't awaken in the TV world. We spend some time discussing our respective circumstances. Teddy leads us back to the roof. They say that this was the place they used to enter and exit this world. Labras, who still doesn't quite understand that she is in the TV, cocks her head in bewilderment. Yosuke-san and his friends gather around her and explain everything. She is shocked at first, but as she grows accustomed to the idea, she begins laughing. Relieved, I leave Labras to them. I approach Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san. I relayed to them all the information I have gathered on this case so far. I tell them that the tournament's host was Labras' shadow, which had emerged from her, and that Labras may have not been stolen, but that she may have escaped on her own. She has the ability to manipulate people's senses. That would explain the signs of mental interference found on the hijackers. We were able to discover Inaba through our research. Perhaps she used the same methods. It would have taken time, but she was sealed away for over 10 years. Although she was caged, it is not clear whether she was conscious or not during the period. She had more than enough time. Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san show no surprise, but they do let out a long sigh. In contrast to Mitsuru-san, who is lost in thought, Akihiko-san goes to get an answer straight from the source. Labras startles when he taps her shoulder.
So when did you actually awaken?
Akihiko-san's question is blunt, but Labras handles it calmly, knowing that it is the natural thing to ask.
You know, I can't remember.
She is being honest. She had used her ability on herself, not even knowing that what she really was. But Akihiko-san seems skeptical. Having no memory of it also means that she is unable to deny it.
Please, Mitsuru-san, can you be lenient with her?
Mitsuru-san folds her arms and thinks. I know she is in a difficult position. Though Labras may have a heart, that does not make her human. She is a weapon with dangerous capabilities. Mitsuru-san cannot decide based on her personality alone what measures to take, especially now that we are affiliated with the police. We have our reputation to consider.
Yeah, would you, please?
Yosuke-kun.
I know I'm asking without knowing the whole story here, but please don't lock her up again.
Even his friends seem surprised by his outburst. But soon enough, they are all giving Mitsuru-san the same pleading look. Mitsuru-san winces before giving a wary smile.
Well, I hadn't intended to seal her away again to begin with.
Mitsuru-san.
Seriously? Did you hear that?
It should be a walk in the park compared to the challenge of sending Aigis to school.
She has no intention of locking her away? The smile on Mitsuru-san's face confirms that much.
Thank you so much.
How about if we go outside? This isn't really the place to stand around and chat.
Yeah. Well, it was a hell of a way to start off a holiday, but at least it's over. And why'd that shadow have to pick our school and us of all people?
Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san freeze.
You know, that is odd now that you mention it.
Who?
I was told this place takes its shape from a person's memories. Why would it become this high school?
I had picked up on that incongruity as well. Putting aside that Inaba was chosen as the escape destination, why was a specific school so carefully recreated? I also have my doubts about Labrys's power. Strictly speaking, it doesn't rob one's sanity. What her power really does is cloud one's senses with illusions. I'm not sure that would have been enough to control those hijackers so completely.
Hey, Labrys.
Akihiko-san calls out to Labrys again. Oh, here we go. The instant he puts his hand on her shoulder, she suddenly twitches.
Hey, what's the matter?
Labrys abruptly leaps backwards. Everyone is baffled to see her white body flying over their heads.
She's...
Stay back, everyone!
Akihiko-san is the first to realize the danger and yells a warning to the others.
Sister?
Labrys stands there emotionless. Slowly, her right hand reaches for the battle axe on her back. Tension fills the air.
No! Why?
The blade of the axe is pointed towards me. I do not comprehend. What's going on? As I stand there confused, Labrys lowers her stance, readying herself for battle. I open my mouth to try to persuade her, but I can't. There is no time. Labrys now has the use of her persona. She will be stronger than before. If I don't focus on counterattacking, I'll lose. I clench my jaw and hold in the despair that threatens to overwhelm me. I must concentrate on the problem at hand. I'm surprised that she hasn't spoken.
Final. Fight!
Fire! This is a severe emergency! My other severe Blood damage! Persona! Focus system now!
Oh my god!
Severe impact.
Did I even hit her once? I have not.
Simply burst! Focus system now!
Oh my god!
Severe and heavy damage! More mental heavy damage! No!
Oh my god.
Some damage! Burst! Bring down! Fire! On the clock! Go! Dash! Persona! Persona's broken!
Oh shit.
Heavy damage! Damage! Light damage! Dash! Burst! Please hit! Downward! Heavy damage! No!
Damn it.
No!
Welcome to the very...
I wish you good luck.
86%. Oh my god.
Final. Fight!
Water system emergency! Head first! Please hit downward! My other self! Persona! Water system error! I summon you! I summon you! No! Strike! Going! Strike! Water system, no! No!
Ugh.
Blood damage! Going! Strike! Persona! I summon you!
Come on. Come on.
Persona! 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 Persona!
Hey. Nice and whoa. Easy.
I summon you! Going!
Huh.
Going!
Shit.
Strike!
Okay. Please let this be nothing but cutscenes till the end of this video. Labrys falls to the ground with a thud.
Labrys!
Oh, whoops. I try to run to her, but I stop when I hear an unearthly voice.
You succeeded in repulsing it yet again. Very unexpected.
No! What? Everyone takes a defensive stance and looks around.
What is this? I'm not getting a good feeling.
But that
about
doesn't make
this.
sense! I've been using Palladia this entire time. Or Athena. Whichever one I have right now. I think Athena. Athena. Yeah, Athena. Athena! I don't know. Whatever.
It's certainly an ominous presence. That voice.
Is that my voice?
Yes, it is. Before I can react, an unnatural-looking shadow, a clump of darkness thick as Pool's blood, formed next to Labrys. Our true enemy rises up from the sludge. It is a sight I will never forget.
No. Aigis-san's shadow?
To think you'd fight back this fiercely. No wonder you once drove back a...
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
Yes, I want them even more now.
Want them? What does that mean?
Yosuke-san lashes out at the enemy. But it ignores him and continues talking.
Sadly, it seems things won't be going according to plan this time. But I'll make use of what tools I have to the very end. This is my last chance. No, more like a marvelous entertainment. Entertainment?
Instead of answering, it raises its right hand over her.
Stand, my puppet.
Say what? Labrys stands up as if being pulled by strings.
Is it controlling her?
Sister!
She doesn't answer. Her face is a blank stare and her shoulders hang unnaturally. She is every inch its puppet. Confused, I look again at the enemy. It is my shadow. Is it that my shadow? It looks like me, but its voice, its powers, they're all so different from mine. But before I can come to a conclusion, the enemy uses Labrys to make its move.
This form is exhausted from constant battle and will be useless as an asset. But unless you destroy it, it will keep rising up and attacking you all. What will you
Attack
do?
you? With the battle axe in hand, Labras dashes forward without warning. Her attack is much more forceful than in the last battle. Even with all my strength, I am being pushed back.
Oh, crap. If this keeps up...
Let's do this! Takemika!
Wait, don't interfere.
What?
Please.
I clench my teeth. Labras is under that thing's control and ignoring her own limits. And she is already damaged and exhausted from the previous battle. If we all attack, we might be able to contain her, but she could be destroyed in the process.
Now, may you suffer and curse your fate. Relinquish your personas.
Relinquish?
Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Wait, what? You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness. Old wounds that you thought you had overcome, opened once again. You almost let go of your hearts, your personas. This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
You bastard! Who are you?
You had best hurry and decide. Who will be destroyed? This shell, or the lot of you?
Labras flies through the air again and unleashes a full force attack. I am forced to one knee. If she attacks again, but just when I am sure it's over, something happens.
Sorry, but this show is over.
I see Mitsuru-san stand straight up out of the corner of my eye. Suddenly, the menacing aura surrounding Labras is dispelled like magic.
What?
For the first time, the enemy seems shocked. Freed from the spell, Labras falls to the ground.
Sister!
I run to her and cradle her in my arms. What was that? Mitsuru-san smiles defiantly and glances up to the sky.
Looks like you made it in the nick of time. You saved us, Yamagishi.
Wait, what? Yamagishi? Yamagishi! Fuka! That soft but extremely reassuring voice.
Are you all okay?
Oh my god, it's Fuka and she has long hair now! Oh my god! Dude!
Fuka-san?
Fuka! I knew she'd be in this. Fuka Yamagishi-san. She is a fellow ally who helped us overcome the challenges we faced in the past. Hold on. I'm happy Fuka's here. But then why didn't she show up in the rest of the stories? Just saying. I cannot help but smile with surprise and joy.
So you had a third assistant.
Ooh, what a soothing voice! My teddy senses are telling me that this is a real cutie pie!
Ah!
Is this like Rise-chan's persona? Wait, where is she? This feeling. What the?
Rise-san opens her eyes and looks up.
That voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
Seriously? She can use hers in the real world? That's amazing.
Even before I can ask, Fuka-san tells me what I want to know.
Aigis, the enemy is just mimicking your appearance. It's not actually a part of you.
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away.
Who are you? Mitsuru-san stares at the enemy in shock. We hear Fuka-san's words as if she's speaking, but technically there is no sound. She transmits her voice directly into a person's mind. Other people should hear nothing. Yet the enemy is responding to her. I raise my guard in spite of myself. But there is no fear in me. My doubts about the enemy, my hesitation are gone. My heart starts to burn, 'cause I'll burn my dread. What is this? I've never felt this heated emotion before that's running through my body. It's called pissed off.
You must be the one behind all this. You stole Labris and threw her into a TV.